Yo, Kenley, what's up, man? What's up, my guy? Want to chop it up for a couple? You know. Yo, Kenley, I need a one if you hear me. Cut that music off. I need a one if you hear me, Kenley. Just to make sure. Ain't having these issues today. Week 2 was crazy. All right, that's the one. That's what I like to hear. Bomb for my man, Kenley. We in here. We in here. My man Blue Pyro Tech in the chat. I got to stop saying online. I'm going to say the people that came in the chat. Kenley in the chat. Pyro Tech in the chat. For the ones that's going to watch and not talk, shout out to y'all. For the ones that's going to watch the playback, shout out to y'all. Yo, week 2 was crazy, right? Bananas.
Are you fucking serious?
For those wondering, yes, I did do good week 2, but I didn't do no picks from like for every game, as you guys know. I didn't do picks for every game. I focused on games that I liked, that I was interested in. Shout out to them Texans, man. I told y'all about the Bears, and y'all know how I feel about that quarterback. You know I don't say his name. Anybody that's been rocking with me knows I don't say his name. I'm telling you, that quarterback, he is going to struggle this year. He gonna struggle this year. I promise you, he gonna struggle this year. Y'all think it's all sweet and everything with him, right? He gonna struggle. And I ain't even gonna lie, I can't wait for it. Shout out to the Texans for that. As you guys know, the Jets, I was on the Jets. And y'all also know that I actually cashed out on the Jets, right? I did. I cashed out third quarter. So I still cashed out up, right? But I cashed out. I would have got bigger, but I cashed out. So I don't got nobody to blame but myself. Jets won. I told you guys Texans, right? Texans hit. For those that was wondering, I think on Instagram, no, not on Instagram, on Twitter I gave it. I said if anybody's paying attention, take the Saints first quarter money line against the Cowboys. That hit. And it was another one I put in the YouTube community. Well, I said it to somebody. I told somebody that shit. Damn, I forgot. Yo, Sean the Dawn is in the chat. Shout out to my guy, Sean. Drop the bomb, man. Yo, I want to know, how many of you guys got jerked? How many of you guys got jerked? Yo, listen, for anybody that comes in late, forget it. The people that is here, I do not care. I'm going to talk to you guys. Everybody else, just watch the playback. Yo, how many of you guys got jerked week 2? I know a lot of people did. Based on a lot of bets, a lot of people got jerked. I know they did. LaFlame's in the building. It was crazy. It was crazy. But you know what's so? But you know what? These are things that you guys have to expect for week 1, for week 2, possibly even week 3. Now it's gonna be a shift. I know you guys know that, right? It's going to be a shift, right? Let's just keep it 100. The NFL and the sports books took y'all money. They know exactly. Soul 10 is in the building. I mean, he's in the chat. I'm sorry. I gotta make sure I correct that. Soul 10 is in the chat, right? What's up, my good peoples? You okay? So you guys should already know what to expect. Week 1, week 2, week 3, even week 4. To be honest with you, right? And then everything will start to work itself out the way it's supposed to be. You gotta remember this is it's new. NFL's back. They gotta get that money. A lot of teams that's in first place now, of course, you don't expect them to be in first place by week 16, 17. Going into playoffs. Week 18, right? What? Because they added a game, right? I don't think you guys think the standings is gonna end like this. It would be crazy if it does. But come on, let's be for real. Ishmael's in the chat. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I hope you guys don't expect for it to be like that, because it's not gonna end like that. You guys do know that, right? It's not gonna end like that. Um, but yeah, a lot of people got jerked. I was surprised when I saw that. I'm not gonna lie to you. The Cowboys game, because when I was in the sports book, I was going crazy talking my shit about the Cowboys. I'm gonna get to y'all in the chat. I see all of you guys. I see all you guys. Um, the Cowboys, I really wasn't too surprised about that. Who else? What else was some big? What else was some big ones? The Ravens game. To be quite I'm be dead serious. When I saw the coach for the Raiders, I'm sorry, yeah, the Raiders, he said something about, our team is going to be structured around giving Kansas City some problems. When I saw that, and then I saw that the Raiders didn't have a division game, it was against the Ravens, which is same conference but not division. I kind of felt funny about that game, and the game was what, plus minus 8.5, right? Probably went to 9, depending on what books you had. That's the same thing that happened with the Patriots and the Cincinnati Bengals. Y'all do know that, right? My man Adrian Settles is in the chat. What's up, my guy? Adrian is in the chat. So anyway, right? So the Ravens, I was like, no, something's a little fishy about that. That's an in-play type of game. Sure enough, what happens? They lost. What's another one? The 49ers versus the Vikings. I wasn't too surprised. I'm not going to lie. I wasn't too surprised on that one. We're gonna get into why I wasn't surprised about that one. What else was another one? It was like, what, 5 upsets or something like that? Big underdogs that lost? But do you guys still want to count the Eagles game? What happened with the Eagles? Yeah, we could talk about that too, right? The Eagles, you got to put them on the list on how they lost to the Falcons. Everybody wasn't that a 5.5? Wasn't that a 5.5 game as well? That was a 5.5 game too, guys. Come on now, it was a 5.5. We got to talk about that 5.5, right? If there was another game I missed, you guys can let me know. Yeah, I saw a lot of weird parlays on Twitter that honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think they were real. I don't think they were real because it was the sports books posting them up. I'm like, nobody bet that. Nobody bet that. Nobody bet that. I refuse to believe that somebody actually bet those bets. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't and pick those particular games. I just think you're lying. Um, Pyro, Saints look fire. Let's start off with what Kenley said, right? I don't know if you guys remember. Now, I don't think this is going to really, really, really happen because now it's about to be a whole bunch of bandwagon people, right? It just is what it is. Y'all remember that funny, it was on Lobo's show. I got to go back to the date. Him and Dell was on a show. This was before football started. This was actually maybe, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago or something like that. I remember I put in the chat, in the chat of the live, I said, what if the Saints go to the Super Bowl? I think what I said, Saints versus, I think I did say Chiefs. I think I said something funny like that. It was somebody else. I said, yo, not for nothing, don't be surprised if the Saints was to go to the Super Bowl. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but you can't count it out due to the fact that in 2020 and also 2021, we all know why there were who was it? Tom Brady, right? Who else there? It was two teams got to play at home, right, for the Super Bowl. Well, I know Tom Brady got to do it. Yeah, and the Rams, right? And the Rams got to do it or some shit like that. But we know why. Because of the whole COVID thing, right? Let's just start from 2020. This is 2024. This is also election year. Once again, you can't count out that it can happen again for election year. Somebody playing at home, right? And then also, you also got to look at the Saints had the lowest money to make it to the Super Bowl. Not win it, but to make it to the Super Bowl, a.k.a. win the NFC conference, right? They had the lowest money. You know how that goes. When nobody's betting on you, no one's paying you any attention, usually for some reason, and the Saints is doing good. You have to also, you got to tie the Saints in and connect it also with the whole Cincinnati Bengals situation too, Saints, New Orleans, that's where the Super Bowl is going to be played. And then also you got to look at LSU, the college, and who played for them and now who's in the NFL. Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow, just to name a few. It is what it is, right? But I don't think they'll probably catch fire at some point. Though. I think they will catch fire. Just not right now. They're gonna struggle for right now. They probably struggle for the whole year with that whole Jamar Chase thing and whatever. But the Saints is looking real good. Shout out to Derek Carr. The NFL is giving him a nice, good script right now. The NFL is giving him a nice, good script. Shout out to the gatekeeper, because I call him a gatekeeper, Derek Carr. Real quick, do you know why I call certain people gatekeepers? Certain, not all. I'm not gonna lie to you. I actually like Derek Carr as a quarterback.
Are you fucking serious?
Y'all want me to lie to y'all? Nah, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That's the reason why. Because I expected more from him. But then, what do we always say? What does it say right here on the top? Is it rigged, scripted, fixed? I'm asking the question. Do I believe so? Somewhat. Yeah, fuck that. Yeah. So I can't be too invested with Derek Carr. But I kind of like his game. I like his game, but it's just, he's I don't even know if it's part of the script or he's just really a F up. You understand what I'm saying? Like, are you just really like that? And it's not part of the script? It's not a part of the rig? It's not a part of the fix? I actually like him. But it's like, that one person you always want to see win and they just keep letting you down? That's him. Shout out to Kamara for that one too. Anybody that took his touchdowns, yeah, you should be doing good. You should be doing good. Okay, yeah, the chat back. Yo, Lombardi Lee is in the building. He in the chat. I'm sorry. Bobby L, what's up? Mr. Bobby L is in the chat. I said Trey Finesse, man. My guy Trey Finesse is in the building. Yeah, anybody watching, shout out to y'all too. That's not in the chat that's watching. Yeah, we have to go over week 2 real quick. We gotta talk about all the dumb mess that happened and what to expect in week 3. You know, and the game that I like. It's one particular game that I'm really rocking with. All these games look fishy for week 3. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Tell me I'm lying. All these games, you thought the week 1 and the week 2, I thought that lineup was crazy. I think week 3 so far, out of all 3 of them, has the worst lineup. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Are you fucking serious?
I think it has the worst lineup out of all 3 so far. Week 2 was decent. It was just a whole bunch of upsets, but it's not funny. I don't even know why you had to even laugh. But I don't like week 3. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna be doing my research more, right, and seeing what type of the injuries. That's what it is, people. Y'all don't find it crazy what. We gotta get into it, man. Random guy on YouTube in the building. What's up, everybody? Right? Damn, man, y'all saying some good shit. The 49ers was the most obvious trap game, and you know why it was like that, Pyro? It was like that because it was 5.5, people. The line was 5.5. All right, let's just talk about it. Okay, last season, right? What are the numbers that we spoke about? -1. The -1 plus 1. The -1.5 plus 1.5, right? The -4 plus 4, right? The -4.5 plus 4.5, right? We spoke about those 4 lines, right? And what to do. What did I always say? If you see a line stay on +1, -1 for a long time, you take the underdog with the +1. That's who you take, right? If you see a line stay on 1.5 for a long time, what do? You take the favorite with the 1.5, right? That's what you do. When you see the -4 plus 4, what do? If you see it for a long time, what do? Y'all know. You take the favorite with the -4. Even if you don't take the spread, you just take the money line. Like this is who's going to win. With the 4.5 plus/minus, what do? You take the underdog with the points. If they win outright, so be it. They win outright. But you take the points to be safe with that situation, right? Just in case the favorite. I don't have to go. I don't want to get into that because you guys know that. I don't need to teach you guys something that all of you guys already know. You guys know it. So I don't have to teach you that. But you guys know those were the numbers. And what did I say? I said there's another number I wanted to talk about. But instead of me saying it, I had to see how it played out a little bit more. And I can officially say 5.5. Now I can say it. Now I can comfortably say it. Last year I didn't say it. Last season, I'm sorry, when we was doing lives. Now I can comfortably say it to you guys. Take the +5.5 when it's an underdog. It doesn't have to be the money line, but you could take the points, whatever you're comfortable with. But I would just take the +5.5. 49ers, that was a -5.5. They blew it. The Eagles, -5.5. They blew it. And so on. There's other teams that was a -5.5 and they blew it. Y'all don't see the pattern that's going on. Am I saying that you're gonna win 1,000% of the time? No, I'm not saying you're gonna win 1,000% of the time. But if you can win at 90 to 95% of the time, I don't see nothing wrong with that, to be quite honest with you. You understand what I'm saying? So the 5.5, that's what we was going to talk about on tonight's live, right? But I just might as well just get it out the way now, because based on what you guys are saying, we might as well get into it. That whole 49ers thing, easy trap, right? They got injury issues. I fell off there. I'm not no bandwagon, but that was my pick to win the Super Bowl last year from the very beginning. I said they're going to the Super Bowl. I'm going to pick them to win if they go. How many times I said if 49ers go to the Super Bowl, I'm going to pick them to win. I picked them to win like a dummy, and guess what? I lost.
Are you fucking serious?
You understand what I'm saying? But I was right there. I picked them from week 1. No, before the week started of last year. They made it all the way. Dropped it. I'm off that bandwagon because I was never on a bandwagon because I'm on no team's bandwagon. But at some point, it's like, this is getting old. You see what I'm saying? That one team, that goal, you can, even though they got 5 Super Bowls, you can call them gatekeepers right now, right? Because just because you had a lot of success a long time ago doesn't mean that you can't be a gatekeeper. You can. In today's times, this ain't the Joe Montana days anymore. They're gatekeepers now. They really are. They'll make it seem like there's something, right? They're threats. But to tell you the truth, all you have to do is give the 49ers that work in the NFC Championship or something like that. You're going to have a great chance of winning, because usually that's what happens, right? Yes, I know they went to the Super Bowl in 2020, and I know they went here, they just recently went. But you got to realize, like, how many times y'all going to keep going and just always blow it, right? Didn't they go when they had Colin Kaepernick, right, against the Ravens about 10, 11 years ago or something like that, right? Lost. Last time they won was when? 95? Because Dallas won in 96, something like that. People can officially say you're a gatekeeping team. So 49ers, they blew it. You understand? Pyro says, I can also see the Falcons beating the Chiefs, especially since most of the money is on the Chiefs. Drop a bomb for that. I understand where you're coming from with that. I got to look into that game even more, because for the simple fact this is Kirk Cousins, right? When Kirk Cousins tends to win games like this, right? Not even the fact that it was a Monday, because Monday he's not all that on Mondays. I'm just talking about in general when it comes to football, period. When Kirk Cousins tends to play in games like this, you already know what's gonna happen the next week. You understand what I'm saying? But a situation like, going against the Chiefs, the way I see the game with the Falcons and the Chiefs, it just will have to be a blowout. I don't see a close game. I don't see the refs doing, and we're going to get into that Chiefs shit too, right? I don't see the referees making this a close, well, it's Kirk Cousins. He always plays close games. But, what is it, 3.5? I'm going to have to do some research on that game a little bit more. I don't know about that. Game's a little suspect. Anybody that feels so confident, anybody that's in the chat or anyone that's watching, you feel comfortable about that game, let me know. Just let me know your thoughts on that particular game. I would love to know from you guys, from a rigged, scripted, and fixed standpoint. Even the people that's watching that don't believe it's rigged, scripted, or fixed, like, how do you really, really, really feel about this game? And I always like to ask you guys, if you had to bet money, because that's when I can get the real truth, kind of. Like, if you had to put your money on it, not just your regular thoughts. I don't really care about your regular thoughts. I don't. I need to know if you had to put your hard-earned money on the line, who do you think is going to come out the victor of that game between Atlanta Falcons and Kansas City Chiefs? Are the referees going to play a big role in the game? That's what I want to know. Sean says I got the Jags. I got Jags week 3, though. Money line. Trevor Lawrence 2-0 versus Josh Allen can go 3-0 in week 3. What do you guys think about that? What do you guys think about that? I like that. I do think the Jags will. I don't see them being no Super Bowl team or whatever, but at some point they will catch fire because that's just how the rig and the script goes. I think he'll catch fire. It's just a matter of when it's gonna happen. When are they gonna align this for this guy? Right? That's what I want to know. You can literally tell the ending of the Eagles game from a mile away. I took in the end. I took the Falcons. You know what's so crazy? When I was about to press the money line, right? This is on FanDuel. I saw them at 440. I kid you not, right? I saw them at 440. Once I got to press that button, it changed and it went to plus 135. I was so upset, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I still took it. I was like, well, I had no choice because it changed in the middle of it, processing. I was so mad. But from what I heard, even before it changed to plus 440, it was like 900. Oh, just imagine if you just said, F it, I think it's going to happen. But not a lot of people was going to be on that. I also a ticket where somebody so-called did that. I think they put $1,000, and it was like 20 seconds left. And I come on now, ain't nobody just going to throw away that much. No, I don't believe that.
Are you fucking serious?
I don't believe that. I don't believe that. The Raiders got the biggest trap week against the Panthers. The money line all day. Andy Dalton 3-0 versus the Raiders can get the 4th win and first win versus the Panthers. He was number 14. What do you guys think about that too? Andy Dalton. I think Andy Dalton going to do something. I can't stand that guy. They was hyping him up when he was with the damn Cowboys. And they sat. Okay, so they sat their starting quarterback down, the Panthers. Dalton is now playing. And what do you guys think about that game? That's a fishy game right there. Once again, that's another game that I'm going to have to do some more research on. Meaning, what's the whole thing with the injuries? Who's going to fake an injury? Because once again, I think this is all based on fake injuries. It's all based on fake injuries. Listen, you can get tired of me saying that. I'm going to keep saying that over and over and over and over again. What's so crazy? Nobody could prove me wrong. Reading the comments. I got you guys. Damn. Yeah. Daniel Jones is truly a punching bag. I don't like that guy, bro. It's to the point. I feel like telling everybody. I can't tell you what to do with your money. I can't tell you what to watch. But it's to the point where I'm telling people, don't even pay attention to Giants games. I'm going to be dead serious with you. I'm not sure if they're going to be one of the teams that catch fire. I'm not saying it's going to happen. But it's just really a waste of time on Giants games, to keep it real with you. Who would have thought, right? Like, around here in New York, if you're going to not pay attention to any type of game, it'll be the Jets. You're going to pay attention to Giants games more than you pay attention to Jets games. But that's not what it is. The Jets are actually a good team to watch. If you like, no, they're not going to be crazy fancy or whatever, but if you just want to watch some, some good football or whatever, Jets games are not bad. For the last 2 years, not counting this one, but the last 2 years previous, Jets games they've been good to watch. They've been good to watch. Yeah, the NFL basically is reusing the 2022 script for the Rams, especially with the injuries. Pyra, I think you had said that. and on my community section, I wanted to, yeah, I like that. I like that. Do you think that they just turn it around? I do think the Rams turn it around. Absolutely. I do think, once again, with this whole thing going on with the state of Missouri, I'm going to always keep the Rams in the race. For anybody that's new to this channel, I'll have to talk about it another time with the whole. That's the reason why the Chiefs are having their success with the state of Missouri, as you guys know. The Rams, they kind of put them. The Rams, the one that came out the winner in that whole situation. So it's not like they're gonna win Super Bowls or go to the Super Bowl every single year. But let's just be for real. Out of the last 5 to 6, I think the last 5 Super Bowls, only 2 teams have went more than once. Well, I guess you want to count the Eagles, right? But besides that, right? After that, after the whole Eagle shit, right? It's been the Chiefs and it's been the Rams. If anybody don't understand what I'm saying, go look it up. Go look up the last 5 Super Bowls. Count from the one that started in 2019, that Super Bowl, which was the 2018 season. 2018 season, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. Oh, shit. 6 years. Shit, the last 6 years. The last 6 seasons. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. The last 6 seasons, only two teams. Okay, you want to, the 49ers too. The 49ers as well. Okay, yes, the 49ers, right? I got to add them in there. Officially now the 49ers. So 3 teams, right? But out of those 3 teams, 2 teams, Rams, Chiefs. And the reason why I say that is because they have a lot in common. You guys know that. They have a lot in common. State of Missouri, St. Louis Rams. Even though the Rams actually came from where they're back at, which is LA. But a lot of people know them, for being the St. Louis Rams. So I say all that to say you still gotta keep them in there. You still gotta keep them in their race. I think they're gonna catch fire. I just know they're gonna catch fire at some point. I'm telling you, they're gonna catch fire. Cooper Kupp, he's always injured anyway, right? But just keep them there. The Chiefs, we already know what their situation is. I can't wait for that. That downfall is going to be crazy when it happens. It's all about when everybody gets their money back, when all the owners get their money back and then some, right? When the league gets their money back and then some, when the state of Missouri and the city of St. Louis is in a good place, right? Getting their money back and then some, like, this is not going to be over. But pretty soon it should be over. When the Chiefs go on their little break, then you guys know everybody's paid up for that whole situation with the Rams leaving and coming back to Los Angeles. That's when you know, okay, yeah, it's up. It's up. When Patrick Mahomes stops winning, everybody got their money. Everybody's back paid in full. Remember, the NFL still has to clean itself up with this whole situation with the overly charging people with the Sunday night ticket. Y'all know that situation, right? So these are things you gotta pay. People have to pay attention to before they bet and watch games. These are the things you have to expect. It happens for a reason. This is why this team has success. This is why this team doesn't. What happened in their city state? What's going on in the NFL? Right? And then if it makes sense to you, that's when that's the team that you rock with. Like, for instance, even if you don't like the Chiefs, you still got to put them in there. Got to put the Chiefs in there because, look, they're always in the NFC. They're always in the AFC Championship game. At least. Right? Ever since Patrick Mahomes had that battle with Tom Brady, right? In 2018, that one, when he fully got to start, right? He was always in the AFC Championship. So anybody that took the Chiefs to go to the AFC Championship, because you could bet that, You haven't lost yet. Yeah, Adrian Settle said the ones and the fours. Yeah, Trey finesse the -6.5. Yo, Trey, with the 6.5, I'm still doing a little. Uh, where's it at? Okay, I have a notebook with 6.5, and I'm looking for a certain pattern, right? Um, I'm 50-50 with that. I'm not even gonna lie to you, Trey. I'm 50-50 with the -6.5. I got some info on that, but I want to make sense before I sit there and just talk about it. But I have an idea of what the 6.5 is for, and I'm just gonna say this: I feel comfortable taking the underdog with the 6.5. I'm not even gonna. I'm not even gonna lie.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm dead serious. Just for now, because just for now, I feel comfortable with taking the underdogs. Oh yeah, the Lions versus the Bucks. I'm sorry. Yes, that was another game too. If you got that game, shout out to you. It was a +7.5. That's another line that makes no sense. Listen, 6.5 and 7.5. I'm sorry, people, but if you have to buy points when you're betting, just do it. You should never bet the favorite with a 7.5. I'm sorry. Don't bet no favorite with a 7.5. Why you want to bet a favorite with a 7? Now, has it happened? Of course. Duh. Blowouts, right? We see that happen a lot. Blowouts. But why would you take a 7.5? If a team wins by a touchdown, which is 6 points, and they go for the extra point, that's 7, right? 7. Why would you take a 7.5 on a favorite? Once again, if you see a 6.5, why the fuck? Because I said if you see a +6.5, take the underdog, right? But I'm gonna tell you why that may change though. I said take it, but if people start pounding that shit, then it's gonna go back to the favorites blowing them out. But if you see a +6.5, right? You can take that, but buy points. Now that's a situation where you should take it to that. If you take the 7.5 with the favorite, you bring that down. If you take an underdog with that 6.5, you give yourself more points because of the extra kick, people. Because of the extra kick to save yourself, just in case. Now, what if that team, that favorite, which is the -6.5, what if they didn't miss that extra point? They win by 7. You took the +6.5. You lose by half a point. You understand what I'm like? Come on, guys. Some of you guys know that, but like the books is waiting for people to do that. You want to know why? Because there's been so many blowouts. Been so many fucking blowouts. Dating back from last year. So 6.5, I'm going to bring that shit up. I'm going to buy a point. Bring it to 7.5 or maybe 7, depending on the book you use and depending on the price. If it's a -7.5 and you want to take it, bring that joint down. Honestly, I would probably buy a whole point and bring it down to -6.5, hoping that I can get it for a good price. If I can get it for -130 or something like that, I'll take that, honestly. Because of that, it makes no sense for me to take a favorite with a -7.5. It doesn't even make no sense taking a favorite with a -8.5. Matter of fact, everyone that's been 8.5s so far has been losing outright, if you really want to be technical. The Ravens, right? Cincinnati Bengals in week 1, right? These 8.5s is not even working. I need a touchdown. If I'm going to take a favorite, I need a touchdown. Nothing more than a touchdown. There's been so many blowouts, so that's the reason why, okay, well, yeah, and then it's the other way around. That's why these underdogs is winning. The sports books are going to make sure they make as much money as they can before things correct itself. The teams that's on top now, most of them will not stay that way. Everything is going to change. Week 1, week 2 was always like that. It's been a mess. I know a lot of people got fried. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people got fried. That's Alien. No. It's Allen. Yeah, Allen. I want to make sure I'm saying it right. DJN in the building, in the chat. I want to say Alien, but it's not. That's not how Alien is spelled. That's not how Allen is spelled. He's in the building. Super Bowl, Raiders versus Bucks Part 2. Woo! Did y'all hear what he just said? Super Bowl, Raiders versus Bucks Part 2. Now, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to lie. Now, that's something that I would love to see. Somebody in the AFC West is going to catch them Chiefs, yo. I think it may be the Raiders, bro. Listen. This is my little fun prediction. You guys don't have to take this serious. This is my little fun prediction. Since the Chiefs won the Super Bowl in Las Vegas, in the Raiders' hometown, don't be surprised if that can be one of the teams that have the Chiefs' number this year. With something. It could be during the season or even maybe catch them in the playoffs if the Raiders can get to the playoffs. Remember, 7 teams can go to the playoffs now, so that one extra team. If the Raiders happen to be one of those, hey, it could be the Chargers, right? Maybe. It's going to be one of those two. It ain't going to be Denver. But somebody going to catch the Chiefs this year in their division. So they're going to have the best of them maybe during the season or maybe during the playoffs. I do think the Raiders is going to do something. I feel that shit. I'm telling you. I definitely feel that. So I like that. Raiders versus Bucks Part 2. What do you guys think of that? How many years is that? That's 20 years, right? No, it's not. Oh, it's not. One bugging. It's not 20 years. It's not. It's over 20 years because that was the 2002 season. Right after the Patriots won their Super Bowl. So yeah, it's been over that. Or 22 years or something like that. But I would like to see that. I would like to see Baker Mayfield in a Super Bowl. I would like to see that. I would love to see that. But if that's the case, Baker Mayfield's just gonna win unless the Raiders get them like a super quarterback, like one of the top names. They don't have a Patrick Mahomes or a Lamar or just to name a few. They don't have that. I would like to see how that goes though. Lions versus the Bucks Lions versus the Bucks. That was definitely a trap game. A good portion of the teams that are 2-0 now won't make the playoffs. I actually agree with that, Trey. I actually agree. Yo, shout out to everybody that's in the chat watching and shit. I like that. That's what I was saying. I think it's gonna flip. It's gonna have to flip. The way this is, I don't really care who, because I don't have no allegiance to no team. But I don't see it staying this way. I don't. I think it will change. It will have to change. It just don't look. It don't look good. But the Chiefs are 2-0. I mean, if you think about certain teams, I can see it staying that way. With the Chiefs staying on top, I mean, that won't be too much of a surprise. What are the Bills? The Bills is 2-0, right? Right? That won't be a surprise if they was to win. There's certain teams that you won't be surprised. Washington Commanders, they're 2-0, they're in first place. That would be a surprise if that was to happen, right? The Vikings are 2-0, right? I won't be surprised if they was to stay that way, meaning they'll win a division. Because the Vikings is always that team that's, they're right there, It's not like they've been a bottom-feeding team for their whole career or for their whole franchise. So if they was to win and stay that way, if they was to stay that way and win, I mean, go to the playoffs or win a division, I won't be surprised about that. What's another division? The one with the Bucks, the Saints, or whatever. Honestly, any one of those teams in that division can win. I won't be surprised. We already know the Panthers ain't gonna do nothing, but every single one of those teams have had their turn to win a division these last 10 years, if you really think about it. So that's a switch. That division switches like crazy anyway. I won't be surprised who wins that one. The NFC West, if Arizona was to win, then I would be surprised. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like certain teams, you won't be surprised if it actually happens, right? Just to name a few. Even if the Steelers was to win over there on their side, Steelers has a lot of success, so you can see them winning. That's not a big deal. We already know that, right? The whole thing with the Texans, it's up for grabs. The Texans can win. The Colts can catch fire and win. It's possible the Jags can do something. What's the other team? The Jags, Indianapolis, Texans. Oh, Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans. I'm not saying they're gonna win, but even if they was to win, that's another division that they always switch to. So you won't be surprised if somebody was to win on those as well. Who cares? But we're gonna see a flip. We're definitely gonna see a flip. Kelly says, who besides the Chiefs will be a threat after week 2 in the AFC? In the AFC, who will be a threat? Houston Texans. The Texans. The Texans is going to be a threat. That's my pick to make it to the AFC Championship. I think they're going to make it to the AFC Championship. Those are one of the teams that I think is going to make it to the AFC Championship. Right? Am I saying they're going to win the AFC Championship? I didn't say all that. Right? I would like to see that. Oh snap! Okay, good. I would like to see that, but I think AFC Chiefs, Texans. I would like to see that. Chiefs, Texans. I probably say, "Oh man, he's bugging out." I'm saying this to you guys right now. That's one of my AFC matchups: Chiefs versus the Texans in the AFC Championship. I don't think the Texans are going to win the championship right now, but I do think they can go far and then blow it. But then that still is going to look good on them because they took it this far. You got a fresh new quarterback. I think we'll see the Texans match up against the Chiefs at some point in the playoffs championship. But I think I would see the Texans square off against the Bills in the playoffs as well. I do think the Texans are going to meet one of those two teams in the playoffs. There you go. You can also tell that Hurts' interception was coming up too. See, that's the thing about Hurts. You already know his body language, bro. His body language always tells it all. You know what I'm saying? Okay, yeah, he's gonna do some dumb shit. It is what it is. Usually you could tell with him. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't know it was gonna happen like that. I did not know it was gonna happen like that. Random guy says, "What do you think about the Cowboys-Ravens game this weekend? Think the Ravens get a win finally?" Now that's the game, people, that I'm interested in, and it'll take me a couple days to come up with something. And really, I'll tell you this. I'm gonna go with the line. It's just best to go with the betting line when it comes to that game. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It's just go with the betting line when it comes to that game. Look at one of the numbers we talk about, and then make your pick based on that. Oh, Marco Polo, he's in the chat. What's good, Marco? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna go by. I'm gonna go by the line for that game because both teams had a stinker. To keep it 100 with you, they both had a stinker. So it's like I don't know who's gonna stink the game up more, right? Who's on the Who's home? Who's home that game? Ravens. I'm gonna do some digging on that game because I still think Dak just got paid, so he ain't going nowhere. Shit. Oh man, I had this theory on Dak, but yeah, I still gotta study. I still gotta study this guy, bro. I still gotta study what's gonna happen with him now that he got paid. What you guys understand what I'm saying, right? What does that mean now? Now that Dak Prescott, I'm not even gonna lie. I do not like that guy.
Are you fucking serious?
We all know red stick that fits. We understand that. I do not like that guy, bro. I don't like his game. I do not like his game. I do not know what the hype is for. I understand a lot of you guys rock with Dak heavy, but I don't see it. I just don't see it. He is garbage, bro. He is. I just don't like him. I do not like him. My man YVK, he's in the building. Oh, he's in the chat. My fault, y'all. Shout out to everybody that's checking it out, man. Is it rigged? Is it scripted? Is it fixed? I don't know. You tell me. That's what we about here. That's what we about here, right? Trey says, I got the Ravens that game. How many of y'all got the Ravens that game? Be honest with you. Don't be honest with me. I'm sorry. Don't lie. How many of y'all got the Ravens? I know a lot of y'all got the Ravens, right? And low key, I know a lot of y'all got the Cowboys too. Don't front. You don't gotta lie. Oh man, after that ass whipping, they're gonna do something. Cause it's usually right once they get that ass whipping, they usually come back and do something. It was kind of hard to bet on the Cowboys to lose 2-3 games in a row. I don't even think that happened last year. So it was hard. So they was taking people's money, right? They was taking people's money, but Dallas is home. Dallas is home. Kenley just let me know. Dallas is home, right? Are we banking on the fact that Dallas been so good at home? So, like, this was a little stinker, and then next week they're going to turn it? They're going to turn it up? Is that what you guys think? Do you guys think that the Dallas Cowboys is going to do a switch from last year? Last year, they were fire at home, not trash on the road, because obviously they made it to the playoffs. It's not like they was like 8-9 or whatever. They had a good record. But do you think it will be the other way around, kind of? Like, at home, they're not going to be so fire this year. On the road, they'll be fire instead. Do you guys think that's going to be the switch that happens with the Dallas Cowboys? I want to know. It's possible, right? It's possible. I got the Ravens. If you look at the random says, if you look at the gematria, it looks more promise for the Ravens, but the betting line is fishy. I'm gonna let me see what the betting line. I want to know what the betting line is live as I'm talking to you guys. Yeah, I'm checking it live as I'm talking to you guys. Right? Make sure y'all hit the like button too. You know, shout out to everybody that's here. Make sure you hit the like button. That's all I ask. Not asking for nothing else. Just hit that like button. I'm gonna check this live for y'all. I'm doing this via FanDuel too, by the way. I know there's DraftKings, there's Caesars, MGM. I'm looking at the first one. Okay, Baltimore Ravens is -1.5. You guys already know the deal. What do I say about that? -1.5 means what? You take the favorite, right? And FanDuel loves to add a half a point on their shit. That's the reason why I be trusting them more than DraftKings, right? Even though I still fuck with DraftKings, but 1.5. So that means in DraftKings is gonna have the Ravens at a -1. If you guys follow that, you're gonna take the Cowboys because it's the +1, right? You see, you see what I'm saying? That's what books are doing now. That's how they're catching people. And I don't care what nobody say. These books work together. Y'all can say, oh, they're all different. Yeah, they work together. Hey, I'm gonna price it at -1. You price it at -1.5. So somebody that's doing both, based on the things that we say here in Rig, Scripted, and Fix, you're gonna be confused as hell, right? Do I take that? Do I take the underdog with the +1 Dallas Cowboys, or do I take the -1.5 with the Ravens? Shop around for the best price. But that's why I said you got to give it a couple more days. Let's see what bullshit they have in store for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Once you know that, then you're good. Lamar has a great record against the NFC. Yeah, we got to talk about that. Yeah, Lamar hardly loses to the NFC. He don't. How many times he lost? 3, 4 times or something like that. He hardly loses in the NFC. So when it's all said and done with him, that's gonna be one of his like accomplishments. Like he hardly loses against NFC teams and shit like that. He has a lot of good success. They wouldn't have Lamar. They wouldn't have Lamar go 0-3. What you guys think of that? They wouldn't have him go 0-3. Sounds interesting. Lamar has a great record against the NFC. One time. There you go. Thank you for that. I think Lamar 20-1. The only loss was to the Giants. Serious, y'all? Only one? Only one? Ooh, sheesh. So what would that mean? If he's 20-1 right now, so he can go 21-1, or he can go 20-2. And it's in Dallas. Yeah, I'm gonna have some info for that. I think I should have some info for that tomorrow. There's something that I don't see I ain't see you guys write this, and so I'm gonna go fact check it on something, and then I'll just put it in my community section on the YouTube tomorrow. It's something that I'm waiting for you guys to write. None of you guys wrote it yet, and that's a good thing. You can also tell that Hurts, besides the Chiefs, depending on how the NFL wants to continue with Stafford. Oh yeah, based on back on the Rams situation, right? Yeah, that's another thing too. I do think his time is running out, though. I do think his time is running out soon. It's running out soon. I know he's won a Super Bowl. I don't even call him a gatekeeper. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not, because I think Stafford has better talent than Patrick Mahomes. Yes, I said I think he has better talent than Patrick Mahomes, but his time is up. His time is about to be up. It's about to be up. So, yeah, you're right. Based on what they're trying to do with him. But I still keep the Rams there for, the business situation. You guys know what that is. You know about that, Trey. Like, how do you not have a backup kicker? Now, what team? You're talking about the stupid Giants, right? Oh, my gosh. They don't have nothing, Pyro. They don't have nothing. They're a laughing stock. That's what they are. They are a laughing stock. Just keep them as that. Nothing more, nothing less. Coalition Breezy in the chat. What's up, my guy? Okay, there you go. There you go. All right, I know I wasn't bugging. Okay, Lamar is 20-3 versus the NFC and 10-2 away. Okay, see, that makes a little bit more sense, because I'm like, 20-1? That's crazy. I don't know. Not saying that you guys is wrong that put that, but I'm like, they put him on a pedestal like that. I don't know about that one. The Daniel Jones Giants. Oh wait. I'm seeing my Korean barbecue tonight. I'm eating my Korean. Oh, that sounds Dud Bowl. He's in the chat too. What's up, my guy? I'm eating my Korean tonight while watching the stream. It can't get better than that. Shout out to you on that one. That's the reason why I also wanted to. I said I was gonna start it like maybe 9:45 or whatever. Everybody said it. You know, we talk for an hour or so, and you know, get this info out and get ready for the Thursday, Thursday night, and yeah, the weekend. Um, what's y'all game? What game do you guys like this weekend? Granted, man, also in the chat. He's in the chat. What's up, my good peoples? What game y'all like? Let's see. I had wrote something down. Hold on, let me make sure I get that. Yeah, so we spoke on that 5 spread. Anybody that didn't catch it, make sure y'all go catch the playback. But we spoke on the 5 spread, the plus 5.5. I'm sorry. When you see a plus 5.5, just take the dog. Even if you don't take them straight up, just take the dog with the plus 5.5. You should have a little bit of success with that. You'll win more than you lose. Don't believe me? Check all the games that was a 5.5, if you can. If you guys know how to search that, right? That stayed on 5.5 for a long time and see the results. Especially the last 2 years or something. 5.5, you just take the dogs. Like I said, I do like the Texans to go to the AFC Championship, right? I didn't say win, but at least go. I like the Colts. My game. Let me see if the line changed, y'all. Let me see if the line changed. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait, because I might have to, let's see if the line. I like to do it live. Let's see if that line changed against the Bears. The Bears and the Colts. Right? Okay, the Colts are -1.5, but this is via FanDuel. So you guys know the deal. DraftKings will have something different. So for everybody that just tuned in, you guys know the deal. With the 1 and a 1.5, these lines are taking half a points off of each other or adding half a points. So it's kind of hard. We have to do our due diligence, people. Right? We got to do our research together as a team. Even if you betting differently. Like some of you guys may think it's the Bears. Okay, fine. But we should also do our research together. Right? Like, yo, B, this information, or I can tell you guys this information just so we can have a better line. There's some people that take the spread and you can meet in the middle. Both people can still win. Right? Just saying. Because now what the books is doing, they taking half a points off of each other and adding half a points. They think because they already know what the deal is. They don't want to get beat. That's why I think they work together. They work together. Come on now, just different companies, right? Now I'm reading what you guys are saying. Trey says the Packers are on my lock for this week. What do you guys think about the Packers? You can still get a good number on the Packers making the playoffs. You can still get a good number on the Packers making the playoffs. I repeat, you can still get a good number on the Packers making the playoffs, guys. So, if that's something that you still want to look into, don't be scared. Do it. Random guy, Chiefs will not three-peat. I don't think the Chiefs is going to repeat. I don't think they're going to three-peat. I don't think so. I don't think they're going to three-peat. No. Could they go to the Super Bowl 3 times in a row? Yeah, of course. Those are one of the teams that I'm banking is going to make the Super Bowl this year, winning. Now, I think this is what Travis Kelce really bows out. I think he's y'all checked his stats out? Yo, my homeboy that lives right here around me, he's been hard on Travis Kelce touchdowns for the last 2 weeks in yards and stuff like that. Travis Kelce has bust his part. Travis Kelce has bust his parlays. Not on just week 1, but he also did it on week 2.
Are you fucking serious?
He's so tight at Travis Kelce. I say, yo, listen, this whole Taylor Swift or Travis Kelce thing, they're gonna promote it this year like they did last year, but it's gonna be a different outcome. I refuse to believe we're gonna get the same outcome with Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and that whole love story thing. No, we're not gonna get that again. I don't know. No. Because listen, guys, what's gonna happen? Okay, so if the Chiefs win the Super Bowl this year, what is everybody gonna say? The Chiefs is gonna four-peat, right? They're gonna four-peat now, and then if they four-peat, what are you guys gonna say? They're gonna five-peat? When does the shit stop? Patrick Mahomes is not gonna retire with 10 rings, people. It's not gonna happen. It's not going to happen. Once this money situation with Missouri is fixed, Patrick Mahomes is going to go back as a regular quarterback the way he was in Texas Tech, and that's a fact. Mark my mother effing words.
Are you fucking serious?
I'm dead serious. After it's all said and done, he's going to look like an average quarterback the way he was in Texas Tech. Remember, nobody was talking about Patrick Mahomes in Texas Tech. Y'all not going to even sit here and look at me and tell me that I'm lying. Because when we was watching the NFL, we was around that time when Patrick Mahomes was in college, we was not hearing nothing about Patrick Mahomes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, Baker Mayfield was a big deal in college. Trevor Lawrence was a big deal in college, right? Just to name a few. Even Jalen Hurts was, just to name a few. You know, there's more, but just to name a few, right? The quarterback for the Bears now, he was talked about in college. You know what I'm saying? Like, Patrick Mahomes was not talked about in college, people. Let's just keep it 100. People that lived around that area, in maybe the Oklahoma area, Texas, somewhere down there, they knew of a Patrick Mahomes. But around the nation, nah, let's stop it. After it's all said and done, the Chiefs is going to go back to being regular, and Patrick Mahomes is going to go back to being that regular quarterback. I promise you. Dud Bowl Center, he's heavy on the Chiefs. I'm not going to lie, he's not on no bandwagon shit. He's been heavy talking about the Chiefs for a long time. You cannot get him. You cannot get Dud Bowl Center. He's in the chat. You cannot get him to change his mind. It's not going to happen. I tried it. He is not changing his mind. He did say the Chiefs was going to go back-to-back. They won. He's saying three-peat now. He's not going to get let off. I already understand he's not letting off at all. Right? Granite Man says he's doing it again on week 3. Who you talking about? Who's going to do what on week 3? Let me know. So 10 says Mahomes is a brother. They're not going to let him three-peat when they didn't even let Brady do it. Woo! Woo! I like that comment right there. I like that comment right there. And speaking of that, do you really think they're just going to have Patrick Mahomes be the GOAT? Label Patrick Mahomes the GOAT before Tom Brady gets elected into the Hall of Fame? Because we already know it's a given that Tom Brady's going to be in the Hall of Fame. It's a fact. There's nothing to talk about. You know it. I know it. But do you guys really think they're going to label Patrick Mahomes as the GOAT before Tom Brady even gets his jacket to go into the Hall of Fame? Like, that makes no sense, because then everything that Tom Brady did, you could just throw it out the window. You might as well just throw it out the window if somebody else can come in literally right after him, right? It wasn't even a gap, because when Tom Brady retired, that's when like Patrick Mahomes' success started. Like, winning and things like that. Like, well, he already won a Super Bowl. He won a Super Bowl before Tom Brady won his last Super Bowl. Of course, we know that. Well, they actually won back to back with each other. Well, actually, it was Tom Brady, then Patrick Mahomes, then Tom Brady again. Because when the Patriots won their sixth championship, and then the next year, Patrick Mahomes won, and then Tom Brady won right back again. But this time with Tampa Bay, right? And then it was the Rams after that. I don't like to fact check things. I like to like keep it in here. So yeah, so like they're just gonna like have him be the GOAT. I don't know about that. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Me too. I'll never doubt the Chiefs. Yeah, granted, man, he's another one.
Are you fucking serious?
There's a couple of you Chiefs guys in this damn chat that nobody can't get you to change your mind. I respect that, but we gonna see. We gonna see what's up come playoff time, cause I'm about tired of this shit, and I don't want y'all hiding from the lives after them Chiefs get that ass bounced. Now, if they get that ass bounced, I'm gonna have to come on and face the music. It is what it is. It is what it is. But I mean, I think they can go 3 times. I do think they can go 3 times and blow it. I think yes. I think the NFC is gonna win this year. I think the NFC gonna win this year. People need to keep an eye out on the Texans. Yo, coalition. Drop a bomb for you now. That's what I said. I'm high on Texans this year too. I'm not gonna get my hopes up too much because you know what happens with that. They just blow it. But I'm high on them. I do think they will meet the Chiefs sometime in the playoffs, and even the Bills. The Texans will meet one of those 2 teams. Because they'll make a storyline with the whole thing of what the fuck is his name? Stephon Diggs. Because he's gonna be salty at the Bills. Come on now, they're gonna have that storyline. I think they're gonna meet in the playoffs, or the Chiefs. There was something funny. I see it. I really do. I see it. No. I get to that one. Travis Kelce is gonna flop on the prop bets. Okay, that's what you're talking about. He's gonna flop on it. Yo, I think this is gonna be a slump year for him. It's gonna be a slump year for him. I'm telling you, he's gonna struggle. This is gonna be like his payback year. He's gonna a lot of people's gonna lose money off of him because people still going to bet for the simple fact that as long as you got Taylor Swift going there, right? He will always be there. I mean, people's always gonna rock with Travis. Like, I'm rocking with Travis because of Taylor Swift. I don't understand how one woman, if this is real, how one woman in the stands has a impact on who's gonna win a game.
Are you fucking serious?
I don't understand that. No offense to her, but I just don't make no sense. This don't make no sense to me. Danye White, he's in the chat. What's up, my guy? He in the building. Mahomes will win 6 rings in his career plus 3-peat this year. Jesus Christ. I don't see that shit happening. Mahomes is a bro. Yo, you guys is crazy. Kareem Hunt is back on the Chiefs, meaning the Chiefs is not winning the Super Bowl. Thank you.
Are you fucking serious?
Thank you. Let me tell you something. I think the Chiefs is going to lose on a penalty. I think the Chiefs is going to lose on a penalty like they did when they had Kareem Hunt. When they last had Kareem Hunt. And that's how the Chiefs they actually got gypped like that. Remember when the Patriots beat them in Arrowhead to go to the Super Bowl? Remember that? It wasn't caused by Kareem Hunt, but he was on that squad. right? I know what's going to happen. I think the Chiefs is going to lose on the referees is going to screw them. The referees has been helping them, and everybody's going to think the Chiefs is going to win a game with the referees helping them, and you already know what's going to happen. I'm telling you, that's exactly what I think is going to happen. We're going to see Patrick Mahomes with that face. You already know Patrick Mahomes gives off that face when you already know he gonna lose. The way he be looking on the sideline when he has to walk to the sideline and take that helmet off. Yeah, that's what I think. Kareem Hunt, his days is over. It's past. It's past. It's past. Right? Him with the whole money thing, and didn't he hold out just for a little bit? Try to do a fake Le'Veon Bell shit. They got rid of him. He went to the Browns. His days is over though, because his days is over. They haven't been talking about him in the last couple years. They're not gonna go back and talk about him now. It don't go like that with running backs. They don't do that. They'll talk about you for that period of time. Usually running backs don't make the big impact coming back. They're not gonna do that. That's like you could say, what's his name, Zeke, right? When he was first with the Cowboys, he was a big deal. Now that he's back, you can't light that fire again. It's not gonna happen. It's not with running backs, because their shelf life is very short, right? That's how the NFL makes it. I don't think that's gonna happen, yo. I don't think. I put my house on Derek Carr winning the MVP. You know what's so crazy about that dub ball? When was the last time Derek Carr could have got an MVP? Somebody tell me the year. I know the year. Somebody tell me the year he was one of the people in consideration for an MVP. I want to know if you guys know it. That's a little quick. I think I'm gonna have a quiz test. Just one question every live. Just one test question every live. And when was he in the MVP race? When was he last in the MVP race? What year? I can tell you guys if nobody gets it in the next 1 minute. We're going to get to that. Dudbo says, am I a Swiftie? You must be out your goddamn mind.
Are you fucking serious?
Am I a Swiftie? You crazy. You know how bad I want to see? Yo, bro, every time I see her, I just get mad at the NFL. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is getting old and boring now. Y'all need to stop. Stop it. Exactly what I was thinking. And Jared Goff has yet to do anything with the Lions. The AFC team will win this year. Oh, you think? Okay, so random. You think an AFC team is gonna win this year? Shout out to you for that. I mean, at the end of the day, it can only be two conferences that wins it, right? AFC or NFC. So you think somebody's gonna dethrone the Chiefs and take it? All right, respect for that. I mean, you got that. Are you a Swiftie? I ain't no damn Swiftie. Soul 10 says the NFC is due for a title, a team other than the Rams too. Huh? Yeah. I keep the Rams there, but yeah. But who would do it though? Trey Finesse says back to Soul 10. It's definitely going to be a new team. Who do you think it will be? If the Chiefs lose in the playoffs this year, they will get blown. Oh, you think they'll get blown out? That's crazy. Well, what I said obviously 2 minutes ago was I think they're gonna lose in a close game off of a call from the refs, because the refs has been bailing them out for years, right? It's almost like once you know that the game is close and it's winding down to the 2 minute mark, usually the refs bail the Chiefs out. I think the next game, big game, the Chiefs lose in the playoffs, it will be off of a blown call. I think the referees is going to bail somebody else out. Sultan says, I swear it should be the Niners, but something tells me it will be a surprise team. Maybe the Niners take a little hiatus for a little bit, regroup, and then they go back. right? Because they would make 6 if they win the Super Bowl, right? They'll be at 6. My fault. 2001. Who do you don't think she's a baddie? Dud Bowl.
Are you fucking serious?
That was the craziest shit I've ever fucking heard. No, she's not no goddamn baddie. Based on what? What are you basing that shit on? Kenley PS says 2021. Okay, so the question with Derek Carr. Okay, no, Kenley, you're wrong. Dudbo, you think she's about okay? Ishmael says either 2017 or 2018. Ooh, you was close. You was close. Wait, let me see what else. Somebody else say something. Rams is going nowhere for a couple of years. Granite Man says. Yeah, they need a new quarterback. I'm not gonna lie. They maybe they need a new quarterback. I don't. I'm all for the whole Matthew Stafford shit. I it was good while it lasted. It lasted short, but I still keep the Rams there until this whole Missouri shit. Sound like a broken record once again. But until that shit is done, I'm still gonna keep the Rams there. You know, no matter who their quarterback was, for business. That's it. I'm not a fan of the Rams, y'all. Y'all already know what the deal is. I keep the Rams there. Said I've been thinking it will be the Ravens with all these sacrifices. I gave up on even thinking the Ravens would be in the Super Bowl. I ain't even gonna lie to you. They just no disrespect. Well, I'm not. They are the NIGG 18. NIGGA. I know what that is. That's what they are. That's that team. That's that team. It is what it is. I don't care who don't like it. That's what it is. If the Niners make it to the bowl, they will win this year, but I think they're done. I gotta see a little bit more. Okay, so I ain't see nobody else give me no. Oh no, Kenley says 2002. Dudbo says 2020. Now you guys is wrong. I'm gonna tell you, 2016. The 2016 season. If anybody remembers, Derek Carr was playing out his ass in the 2016 season. Could have been in consideration of one of the guys for the MVP award. I think it was like top 3. I remember that one. And then all of a sudden he magically just gets injured. Right? You guys remember the top 3 teams in 2016 in the AFC was who? The Patriots. Right? The Patriots. Kansas City Chiefs. And the Oakland Raiders. All 3 of them. And the Raiders and the Chiefs were battling it out in that conference every single week. You guys don't remember that? The Chiefs were fucking great. Right? They was great with Alex. Right? They was battling it. And Derek Carr, that was Derek Carr's best season until he went down. At one point, the Oakland Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs was on the Patriots' neck. They all was tied up for first place at one point. Once Derek Carr went down, they slipped just a little bit. The Chiefs was still right there, but the Patriots ended up the better team winning the Super Bowl. You guys think I remember that, but that was my biggest win in a Super Bowl ever. So that season I remember that was Tom Brady's 4-game suspension in the beginning of the year season. So I remember that season like the back of my hand. So it was 2016 season. So Ishmael, you was right. You was 1 year later. You was 1 year late. 2016, that was Derek Carr's best year. As far as like the attention, let me say that. The attention he was getting, that was his best year. The Niners ain't winning nothing yet. Yeah, they're not winning nothing this year. Most quarterbacks are not allowed to win a Super Bowl after a big payday. You know what? I'm doing a documentary on that. And every week I put notes down. And it's like I can't release that because the shit keep happening and some more new news keep happening. It's like, God damn, I don't know what I need to just drop it, right? And finish it up and drop it. But quarterbacks who get paid always decline. Yes, I'm doing a documentary on that. Yes, absolutely right. 49ers not winning for a while, just like the Cowboys. Yeah, that's happening right now. Yeah, shout out to you guys. You guys is on fire today. New quarterback and the new Aaron Donald. You know that's not gonna happen for a while. And if we do see another Aaron Donald, because you know there's always gonna be one defensive power guy. It ain't gonna be with the Rams. Kind of like what happened with kind of like with the Giants. Lawrence Taylor. They're not gonna put another guy as powerful as Lawrence Taylor. They're not gonna do that. New quarterback and a new Aaron Donald. Shit, I guess I got the Packers as my Super Bowl winner this year. They won with Brett Favre in New Orleans. Imagine that happens. Yo, Trey Finesse, that's some good info right there. So anybody that don't know what he just said, the Packers won in New Orleans, right? With Brett Favre. It can happen again. This time with what's this guy's name? What's his name? Jordan Love. Because Jordan Love is coming back. He's coming back in a couple of weeks. It just is what it is. The NFL's not going to let this guy. I know we've seen a lot of injuries. There's a lot of injuries going on, which we're going to touch on in the next live because I want to see what happens this week. Week 3. Yeah, 3. The number 3. Yeah, it's going to happen again. Is anybody going to catch that though? In order for that to happen again. The new quarterback and the new Aaron Donald shit, and I'm sticking with that. I mean, we always high on the Packers. You already know what we was talking about when it came to the Packers. So that's nothing new. I think they still going to the playoffs. I'm not gonna tell people what to do, but me, I already took them to go to the playoffs. My fault, guys. I already took them to go to the playoffs couple days ago when the numbers was right. The numbers are still right. If you can take advantage of it, take advantage of it. And I'm sticking with that. They will not let the Packers get their 5th Super Bowl if the Chiefs can. Oh, interesting. Why not? Why not? And I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm just asking. Why not? Yes. Okay. Packers are more. No. They won't win. The Packers are more storied than the Chiefs, and the championship is named after their most famous coach. Yeah, and because they won Super Bowl one, the first Super Bowl. Yeah, it will be the Rams and Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Dud Bowl. I'm not gonna lie to you. I gotta agree with you. I would like to see that at some point. Y'all know I've been begging for that matchup for years now. Like literally for years though. Ever since I broke down the whole Missouri thing, I wanted to see that. Now, mind you, when I first broke that down, guys, when you first heard about me talking about it, that's not when I first discovered it. For those that don't know, I discovered it for a while. I just never spoke on it because I felt I needed more information. The information I had was, and then little by little, I started to see more clues as to what was going on. Like, oh, I see. This is that whole Missouri situation. This is what this success is about with the Rams, right? And then also the Chiefs. And then that's when I decided to go public with it. But I was on it. It felt weird to me in 2018, literally. 2018 is when I started to gather the pieces together. When the Rams and the Chiefs had that game, one of the best games ever, the best rigged, scripted, and fixed game ever, one of the best. When you talk about Aaron Donald, matter of fact, and those the Rams couldn't play no defense, the Chiefs couldn't play no defense either. Remember that? And the LA had their fire. Remember the fire that LA had, right? the wildfires, and it was the Chiefs versus the Rams. Remember that? I know y'all remember that in 2018. The Rams won the line was 3.5, but the Rams won by 3. That was the year when every time the Chiefs was a plus 3.5, they always covered but lost. Important games, they did it against the Patriots that year. They was a plus 3.5. They lost by 3. The Rams, they was 3.5 against the Rams. They lost by 3. I remember all that shit. And I was like, yo, I want to see these guys in the Super Bowl. Jared Goff versus Patrick Mahomes. Remember, Jared Goff actually has Patrick Mahomes' number. Right? Just a little something. The Ravens are actually a sleeper team. I mean, you always got to put them there. I mean, you always have to. You have to. It's just the results is always different. The NFC is due for a chip, though. I agree with you guys. I agree. That's what I'm saying. I don't know about that Trey Finesse, but we'll see. Oh, he's talking about the Packers part. Ravens can also win their 3rd Super Bowl. Well, when the hell are they actually going to do it? They got to do it. Right? They at some point, they have to do it again. Jimmy G will become the starting quarterback soon. Matthew Stafford will go down very soon. Okay, he's gonna be injured. Yeah, they're gonna let him play. I agree. Cause then we'll get to see a 49, right? Jimmy G, he'll beat the 49ers because he's gonna go against the 49ers, and you know how that go, that whole storyline shit. They're all in the same comp. They're in the same division. Come on, people. We know the deal. I got the Finesse says, yeah, I got the Packers winning it. That will be the Black Ball. Yo, y'all don't notice C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love got the same image right now? Y'all don't notice that? I'm not saying there's anything behind that. I'm not saying that, but y'all don't. I'm surprised nobody pointed that out. They have the same image, y'all. Who are the other sleeper teams in the NFC? Other sleeper teams in the NFC? I don't put Cowboys there. I don't put Eagles there. Because you're saying sleeper teams, right? The Eagles have had success these last couple years, so we can't say sleeper team for them. We can't say that with the Eagles. Who else we got? Commanders and the Giants. I don't know. What's the other division? Okay, the one with the Bears. Absolutely not. The Vikings. Not yet. They still got to figure out their whole quarterback, J.J. McCarthy situation when he gets healthy. So I'm not going to put them in there yet as a sleeper. Who else we got? Packers. I'm sorry. Yeah, Packers, definitely a sleeper. Packers, Bears, Vikings, Lions. The Lions, absolutely not.
Are you fucking serious?
Who else we got? Tampa Bay, sleeper, yes. So Packers, Tampa Bay. I'll put the Saints there, yes. Panthers, no. Falcons, no. Now for the West I think, they'll have it. 49ers, yes. The Rams, yes. Arizona Cardinals, no, not yet. Seattle, no, they're a gatekeeping team. So yeah, 49ers, Rams, Tampa Bay, Packers. I'm put those as sleepers. Saints. There you go. Bucks are a sleeper. Bucks definitely are a sleeper team. Yeah. Trey Finesse, I think the Cardinals are a sleeper team. They've been putting up points. That's why I said not yet. I won't be surprised if Kyler Murray has one good breakout year. I do see that happening. Random guy says the Lions are linked to the Rams. How so? The whole Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford, right? I mean, pretty much that's been the talk of the town as far as those two teams, right? And how they link. So I don't know. It must be something else I'm missing. But is it? That's what you're talking about, right? Jared Goff, yeah. Trey says I like that, my guy. Well, he's saying that to Granite because Granite says I think the Cardinals are a sleeper. So Trey's responding back. I like that, my guy. I have to pay attention to them a little bit more. Yeah, that's what I said. The Cardinals just. I said not yet, but I do think a breakout year for Kyler Murray will. I'm telling you, it will. I promise you, it will happen. If not this year, it will. I swear it will happen. The 49ers stay hurt. Native Baltimore with the nice. I love that comment. They stay hurt. It's almost like that's their role. Let me see. I think a black quarterback will win this year. I mean, it's a lot of black quarterbacks are taking over that quarterback spot. So eventually, right, at some point, we can't go with that narrative. Is that what you guys think? We might have to do a whole show on that. Like, is it really time for a black quarterback to win? And I'm not talking about like a Patrick Mahomes type of quarterback. I'm talking about, one of those thug quarterbacks. Is it their year? Cardinals is going to be that team to upset some of the top teams this season. Absolutely. Only thing is it's early, so we got to go by that. We still have to go by that. It's still early, y'all. Still early. I want to see how the Cardinals are. I'm just so mad at the Cardinals. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not this season, but the season before, I had a crazy parlay. I had not one. I had about 4 to 5 parlays that I cooked up. It was like a future parlay, right? And it had everything on it. It had UFC on it. It had college football and NFL, right? I had those 3, and I had a boxing. Everything hit on all those parlays except for the Arizona Cardinals making the playoffs.
Are you fucking serious?
I remember all of those parlays added up to 8,000 and change of what I was going to win. And the only thing that fucked it up was the Cardinals not making the playoffs. And it was to the point where I couldn't have hedged it because it was a certain bet of them not going, right? Because you can still like kind of bet that when things get close. There was no way I could hedge it, bro. It was for them not to make the playoffs, and it was minus 700. I was like, I can't make no money. I couldn't make no money, and the teams that they was going against, I think those last few weeks, their lines was too big. As far as betting those games individually, there was no way I can make. I tried to figure out, okay, how can I finesse this? There was no way I could have finessed it at all, and that's the reason why I have some I hate them niggas, bro. I can't stand them for that. So yeah, that's what that was. Joe Schmidt was his name. Yep. Trey Finesse says, if a thug quarterback wins, it'll be Lamar. Anybody that don't understand what he's trying to say, we've been on this whole thug shit for like a long time. So yeah, it's a reason why he said a thug quarterback. For those that don't understand what he's talking about, yeah. But those who know, they know the inside joke about that whole thing. 49ers will win the Super Bowl next year. when the new pope gets in office, Golden Gate Bridge will collapse. Oh, well, you know the Super Bowl is in California next year and also the year after that. So Super Bowl 60 and 61. Just so you guys, for those that don't know, it's going to be there. 49ers will, yeah, I read that already. Then that incident I sent to you on Twitter as well, B. Yeah, talk about the 49ers, the 49ers, the Lions. A couple of people got shot. If anybody could look it up, you could look it up. The NFL is trying to be very quiet with it. It's not the NFL's job, actually, to really talk about that type of stuff because they stick with sports. Not even ESPN. They're not really going to stick with that too much, so you would have to get, like, the news, local news. I'm pretty sure Trey has seen that in the news because he's from over there. But it didn't make national news. They wasn't talking about it. They wasn't talking about it here in New York. So it was probably a local thing, maybe. Wasn't big. That's the reason why a lot of people's not talking about it. But, maybe that can come into play, right? What was it, like a tailgate party when it happened? May come into play. I mean, with the Lions, they trying to make the Lions very interesting, so don't be surprised if some crazy shit happens. Lamar Jackson face wouldn't go good with that Disney World commercial. He's not family friendly. We did a whole live talking about that. You already know how I feel about it. Don't even get me effing started with that at all. My man Flashy Marty, oh, you finally here. Yo, we've been having fun in the chat, man. What's up, my guy? For all those that's watching, shout out to y'all. This is big, scripted, and fixed. That's what we talking about, right? That's what I like. Hold on for a second. One person died and the other is in critical condition. Well, both of them looked like they were slumped. They looked crazy. Will Jordan Love get 2 rings? I mean, if they giving him the Aaron Rodgers and the Brett Favre role, no. But things are changing. It's a different shift to things. So, do you guys think they're gonna go with that whole role with him? A lot of people don't really even notice that whole Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre role was kind of similar. You know that, right? I'm not even gonna lie to you. I think only we in this community talk about that. I've never heard nobody else really talk about that role. Not even Packers fans. But Packers fans, they die hard, right? So I'm pretty sure if you do speak to them, they would say it and not even notice that these guys had the same role. Damn near Aaron Rodgers with the whole Brett Favre thing. Now you got Jordan Love. It's crazy, right? You see the new script. All teams going on 4th down. That should have happened years ago. Now it was. When we all wanted to see that. Like, what's the say? If you're trying to win the game, go for it. Why y'all keep kicking? Why y'all keep punting the ball? As a matter of fact, y'all keep giving it away. Don't you want to win the game? Right? Win the game. Now, like you said, now all of a sudden everybody want to go for it on 4th down. Y'all Ben should have been doing that if this was so-called real. Stop it. I don't want to hear that shit. Don't do it now. You see the news. Nope, he won't. No Packers quarterback got more than one. Huh? See? That's what I'm saying. Jordan Love might get an MVP before a ring. Oh, yeah, I could see that. Yeah, I could definitely see that. I think this still may be his MVP season. It would just be late. He's going to catch fire when he come back. I'm still sticking with that. For real. I want to see a Jordan. I want to see it go between Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud. I want to see that. I really want to see that. Jordan Love and C.J. Stroud, since they both look alike too, with the way their image is, with the way they got their hair, I want to see that. I called it when Aaron Rodgers went to the Jets. Yeah, the whole damn yeah. Once they started talking about it the first time, I'm like, okay, since they talking about that, he's out. He's out. He's out. I think the Jets is going to be one of the top 2 teams in that division. Not saying they're going to win, but I think they're going to battle it out with Buffalo. Why not? A good storyline. 2 New York teams. Just one's upstate, one's downstate, right? They both in the state of New York. Well, the Jets play in Jersey, but you guys know what I mean. Like 2 teams, that would be good for this state. The World Cup coming soon. 2025, you're going to see a lot of crazy shit happening. And pay attention to the number 5 this year, y'all. You know how we always talk about the 8 and the 3s or whatever? Pay attention to the number 5. We're going to get into that. We're going to do a live about that. I can't just talk about everything in one live. But yes, one of the key numbers is 5. The 8 is still going strong, but it's going with the 1 and the 7s. Remember, I told y'all that. Now I'm not saying nothing about what's his name, number 17, Josh Allen winning the Super Bowl. I didn't say all that.
Are you fucking serious?
Packers definitely going to make the playoffs. Yeah, Dan Campbell is notorious for going in on 4th. Yeah, so he started it off. I don't see the Chiefs winning it all this year unless something crazy happens. I don't. Even if something crazy happens, I don't think they winning at all. I'm sorry. Super Bowl 2026 is in San Francisco. They can get their 6th Super Bowl in 106 seasons in their home city. Oh, so you're thinking that somebody's gonna? Okay. All right. It's just that everybody just lost. It just, oh man, we just can't keep counting on that team. Make sure y'all hit the like button once again, y'all. Or when you watch it on the playback, at least hit the like button. C.J. Stroud is gonna win it, or Jordan Love is gonna win MVP. That's what I think. I think them 2 should be battling it out this year. To be honest with you, I think they're gonna battle it out this year. That's just my prediction. I may be wrong, whatever. Maybe another quarterback. But if anything, have C.J. Stroud and Jordan Love battle it out this year for MVP. That'll make things interesting. Saints are very interesting so far. Absolutely. They're very entertaining. The script that the NFL is giving them is very entertaining. I like their team, bro. I like the offense and defense. I actually like their team. I like it. Yes, even with the gatekeeper, I actually like it. Don't be surprised if he gets injured, though, and one of their backups come in. I guarantee you that's going to happen. He's going to go down. Y'all probably say, yo, why do you keep saying that about every quarterback? It's either 2 things can go. They stink it up on purpose and they get benched. But if that's not the case, the way to cover it up is through a fake injury. So that's why I keep saying somebody going to get injured. So Derek Carr, yeah. It is what it is. Saints are very interesting so far, yeah. I can see Love winning MVP, but I feel like it might be Allen's year. So you think they're going to give it to Allen? About time, right? Yeah, you can keep him in there. I mean, Allen is always usually there. Probably would give it to him like, yo, you were supposed to get it. We're going to give it to you this time, because we're not going to give you no Super Bowl. I think they end up playing Bills, too, as O.J. Simpson died this year, and Frank Gore is on the Bills right now to lose versus the 49ers. Do you think Bills are going to win a Super Bowl? Oh, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that. That's a bold take. That's a real bold take, because almost everybody has given up on that. They keep coming up short. The Bills are gatekeepers too, by the way. That's a gatekeeping team. Granite says, have you noticed how all the prime time games at night been going under? None of them went over, so I'm taking the under Thursday night with the points. Let me tell you something. I'm not going to lie to you. Granted, Thursday night games, the Sunday night game, and Monday Night Football are horrible. It's horrible. It's horrible. I don't like none of those games. Obviously, we will watch it, or if we're betting on it, or whatever the situation is. Though I think it's very boring. I don't know what it is. It's one-sided. Don't get me wrong. What happened this Monday, if we could see more of that, then Monday Night Football will be exciting. But Thursday night, Monday night, even the Sunday night games is almost like it's kind of boring. Maybe because it's only one game, right? At that time slot on those days. But it's like it's not. It's boring. It's not competitive. It's not competitive. And if things go over, it's a quiet over. You don't even notice it. The Saints scored on every drive in both games. They scored over how many points? I think over 90 something points. Oh, I'm not wrong. In 2 games. Yeah. But I think I would like to see them play the Super Bowl. I'm not gonna lie. I would like to see them play the Super Bowl, but I think they're gonna catch fire so crazy that they're gonna just like fall. They're gonna. I've seen this before. The Saints' eyes are gonna shift. They want to get more people. Think about it too. The Saints, not that many people bet on the Saints before the season started. So how could we get some Saints money? Catch fire. Let the Saints catch fire. Boom, take their money. He's going to get injured on the Thursday night game. Saints scored on every. Yeah, I'm telling you. I feel like Allen he's gonna get injured on a Thursday night game. All right, y'all. We're gonna be here having this conversation soon. Watch. I feel like Allen is gonna get a Super Bowl, but it'll be with a different team. I actually agree with that. If he was to win, it'll be with a different team. But then you gotta think about it too. Allen is he's on a big contract. So does he play it out? Does he get traded to another team? They take up the money. They take the loss. Like, how does that go? He gets a buyout because he just recently got a contract. Granted, says for real. Yeah, different team for Josh Allen. Same can be said for Burrow. Yeah, Burrow needs to be on a different team. Also, I'm glad you guys is coming to your senses with that, because I had a conversation with someone and I told them like, yo, listen, right? The NFL is real good at marketing every team, because if you think about it, almost every team is getting marketed. Not every team. It's not like the Panthers and the Arizona Cardinals are getting that push like they're going to win a Super Bowl, or the Denver Broncos, bottom feeder teams, or the Patriots. But if you really think about it, damn near every other team, Washington Commanders and Giants, we could take them out too. But every other team, like when you think about their quarterbacks, they're being pushed as if they're going to do something. And what happens is people fall for it and think that, oh, yeah, this team is going to win now. This team is going to win. I'm like, nah, Joe Burrow he's great for marketing. Right? So, a lot of people fell for it like, yeah, NFL's going to make sure he wins this year. Doesn't happen. Same thing with the Lions. You market the Lions to be some great, great team. A lot of people say, yeah, the Lions is going to win. I don't blame y'all, but I'm just saying, though, whoever they hype up too much, you got to be careful with that. They know what they're doing. The NFL knows what they're doing. They wouldn't hype up a team and let them win like that. Not all the time. Think about it. As much as the Chiefs been winning, they don't even hype up the Chiefs like that. It's just that when you watch the Chiefs games, you already know the bullshit is going to happen, and the bullshit is there. Yes, that's a fact. That's for sure. But go and watch a ESPN or something like that. They're not talking about them really like that too much, unless it's a big Chiefs game. But they're not hyping them up. That's a big trick, So people fall for it. Usually, I pay attention to who aren't they talking about. Or if they're talking about the minimum, that's what I fuck with. The Cardinals beat the Lions by 10. I'm talking about last year, right? I think the Lions go on a little losing streak before catching fire and making the playoffs. Yeah, it would have to be maybe on a 3-game winning streak, losing streak, and then catch fire. Because it's not like the NBA. It's not like they're going to play 82 games. So, their losing streak will end up being three games. And that's a long time because we got 4 weeks in a month. So, if you lose 3 out of 4 weeks, people will start doubting you, right? But then there's going to be a lot of people that's going to pound them in the playoffs, too. You also have to be careful with that. If the NFL has it in for them to go to the playoffs, pay attention to the people that's going to bet while the losing streak is happening for them to make the playoffs. And then these books got to pay that out. Keep that in mind. They play this week. It'll it'll be a while from now. They're gonna do a narrative with Allen not having enough help and eventually asking out. Yeah, it's gonna happen. Mahomes Chiefs is just like the Tom Brady Patriots. No hype, just rigged championship. That's exactly what it is. Even the Patriots wasn't really getting too much hype like that, but they will always win. Trust me, y'all already know where I stood. When I was the fanboy, it was Patriots all day because I was a Patriots fan before Tom Brady because I was riding with Drew Bledsoe. Y'all already know. I already told y'all the story with that. And then when the Patriots became the team, yeah, wasn't talked about really like that, but that will be the team to always win. You're right about that. They will always win. Like, how the fuck they always winning? You don't even hear about them that much too much. I mean, you hear about Tom Brady, but it's not as popular as some damn Cowboys. Cowboys get crazy coverage, but they don't win. Patriots get less coverage, and for some reason, that's the team that's always winning. So you guys know what the deal is. Yeah, it's boring, and they spread them games out like that so they can't make so we can't make a decent parlay. Yep, yep. Catch 'em. That's it. That's why I don't like those games. Sundays be the games they play this week. It could be it could be possible the Chargers go next year though to the Super Bowl. They have the Hardballs go back, but I don't know what it is with the Hardballs. But they may be connected to St. Louis. Well, I will have to do my research and find out what they have about them. I know one of my crazy picks was the 49ers versus the Chargers rematch from 1995. That that it could be a 20-year thing next year. I remember I said that, but with the way the 49ers is looking, I don't know. Because if you think about it, the Harbaugh, when he last was in the NFL as a coach, he was coaching the 49ers, right? The last time the 49ers won that Super Bowl was against the Chargers. So now Harbaugh is the coach of the Chargers. So you have the Chargers and the 49ers. You see the connection right there? So I remember I put that. I actually got that as a little future bet. Only put a couple dollars on it because I didn't really believe it too much. But I put that there just in case some funny, crazy shit was going to happen. Yeah, so as far as the Chargers go, I can 49ers rematch if that was to happen. Yeah, it's the last comment. Before I wrap this up, I just looked into Jim Harbaugh was our offensive coordinator for St. Louis in 2016. He was before he had went back to college and coached. Interesting. 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 They got some type of storyline for him this year. I know they do. They got a storyline coming for him. We just have to figure out what it is. Do the Ravens go against the Chargers this year? No, not this year, right? They're gonna figure out a way to or make people think that Harbaugh is gonna do something. This is not college. He's not gonna do something. Nah, I don't care what no one say. That's not happening, Captain. It's not happening. Yep, they do. Yeah, Ravens. Okay, they yeah. Shout out to Danye for that one. That's not true. He went straight to Michigan after he left the Niners. Okay. That's what happened. Okay, y'all. All right. So that's what happened. So he wasn't the coordinator. Chargers is going to the playoffs, but they will get eliminated in the first round. Yeah, Yeah, I can see the Chargers, or I can see the Chargers being the next team in the division after the Chiefs. Let me say that. I'm not saying gonna win and have some dynasty or whatever, but I can see them making some noise. Okay, there you go. Chargers is going to the playoffs, but they will get eliminated in the first round. Yeah, listen, I had a great live with y'all. And catch me on the community section tomorrow with some info, right? Any info y'all got about these games, let me know. Like I said, who I like this week, I like the Colts against the Bears, pending the line. The line may change pending the line as I'm speaking to you, and this is FanDuel, I'm taking the Colts based off of that line, not the DraftKings line. The DraftKings has them at 1. But once again, I'm still going to do a little bit of more research tomorrow and Friday before the game, also Saturday. But that is my main game. So you know, the other games, I'll put it out on the community section or whatever. I do not do all games. You can't do that right now. Too early for that. Focus on the games you like, right? Of interest. That's how we're gonna do it. My hot take is the Cowboys won't make it to the rigged playoffs this year. So crazy. Before Dak got his money, that's what I thought was gonna happen. I thought the Cowboys was gonna have a bad year and Dak was gonna leave. But now that he got paid, I want to see what happens. But them not making the playoffs, I would love to see that. You just got paid. Your job is to lose. I don't think they're gonna win. I just don't think they're gonna win anyway. They already had the Harbaugh bowl. I don't think they'll pull that off again. No, they won't. It's not interesting. And they actually can't do that again because they both play in the same conference. So I don't think they'll make it either. Yeah. Blackbird McKnight. Damn, Blackbird, you just made it as soon as I'm about to be out. Make sure you catch that whole live. We did a whole live. We did a 2-hour stream. Make sure you catch that. Yo, everybody in the chat was on fire with their points. For real, for real. Everybody was on some crazy shit. Except Dub Bo Center. He's crazy. That cheap shit. I'm telling you, it will cause more chaos. My hot take is the Cowboys won't. Bro, you preaching to the choir, son. You preaching to the choir. I would love to say that. I would love to see that. So flashy, you ain't saying nothing. I would love that. You are not. You're preaching to the choir right now. That's what I would love to see, bro. So what you saying? So yo, I had some fun with you guys. I need to know. It's my theme song, bro. Is it rigged though? Is it scripted? Is it fixed? I don't know. You tell me. We out.